All right, so here's the fastest and quickest way to make your first $10,000 a month online. This might seem a little farce, but just give me a chance to explain. So there's a lot of niches that you could pick from, right? You can go into e-com, you can go into an SMMA like myself, you could go into affiliate marketing, you can go into like influencer marketing, you can go into a bunch of niches. A lot of people do like business funding, credit repair. There's a bunch of online businesses that you can start. Personally though, all of them take a crap ton of capital. They take a lot of time. They take a lot of trial and error. You're going to have to invest a lot of money into like programs, affiliate programs, coaching, consulting, just things of that sort, which are obviously going to cut into what you make and make that learning curve longer. The fastest way for you to really make 10K a month is sales. Sales is the fastest way, hands down. If you go into a company, like we're not the biggest agency out there, but if you go into a big corporation or an agency where there's high ticket items, so being like a high ticket sales closer, anything that's between $3K to $10K, there's some companies that sell like e-com automation or e-com stores that are doing like $30,000, $40,000 packages. That's where you can come into that business with proven SOPs, proven sales scripts, proven lead flow, and obviously high quality leads to where you're getting, 3 to 4 sales calls a day. You should be closing about 1 every 2 days. If you're selling 5K products, you should be able to close 1 a day. And if you're closing 1 a day, most of those companies are giving you 10%, commissions up to 12%. So it's about, $500 a day. That's about $15K a month if you're closing 1 a day. And these are you got to go to somewhere where there's proven lead flow, at least I would say 5 high quality leads a day. Because if you think about it, if you get 5 high quality leads a day, you can just depend on half of them not showing up. And then out of the half not showing up, 1 of them should be a buyer, or 1 of them maybe might be a follow-up in a couple days, whatever the case may be. So, that's like our parameter for our sales team is 7 to 10 book calls a day. Out of the 7 to 10, we have an 80% show rate. So 80% show rate is about 7 people will show, and then 1/3 of them will close. But most of our packages, like our average ticket's like 2K. So 2K, like 4,000 a day, and then out of the 4,000, I give them 20%, so they make $800 a day. But not every single one is making $800 a day. Some days are just completely zilch, and they don't work the weekends. So I try to give that balance to them because I don't want them overworking. Like they want to do personal things, they want to travel, they want to do all these different things. Like that's up to them. So I believe more in balance. I'm not in the whole like hustle 30 days a week. 30 days a month, sorry. It's just like not practical. That's like another discussion that I'll get into in another video, but there's like a lot of stipulation around that, and like making 10K a month requires you to work 18 hours a day, and it's just like so false. A lot of my sales guys work like 4 to 6 hours a day, and then they get the rest of the time to the day to themselves. But sales requires a shit ton of a learning curve. You need to really like harness the script, harness outside information. You need to be harnessing follow-up. You need to be harnessing like actually emotional and psychological triggers to get people to not just respond to you, but to show up and then actually show up and buy. So that it's a lot. It's a lot more to digest. Sales is a lot tougher, but if you have the right tenacity and you're able to follow simple SOPs and you don't have a massive ego, then you can make money in sales. And I would say the most practical thing too, like making 5K a month from sales is easy. Now I'm saying 10K a month in this video because it is very, very practical. If you're selling something, like I said, at least 2 to 5K, you get 7 to 10 good leads a day, you can make 10K a month, right? It's actually a lot easier than you think. The problem is that people get into sales and they always say like, oh, well, like, I knew that, or like I know that, or I knew that already. That's an ego thing. You can't get into sales with an ego because every single company or offer or structure is different. So every single company has different SOPs or standards of processes is like what we call it, where it's like, here are the expectations you need to set, here's the product, here's the packaging, here's the offer, here's the services. You can't just come from another agency, go to another agency and be like, yeah, well this worked here. It's like, no, that doesn't always work in every single new ecosystem because that's an ego thing. The problem is too, is that most salespeople have a massive ego because if they've made money somewhere else, like let's say they made money in solar, right? They made money in solar or door knocking or window washing, whatever the hell they used to sell. They come into the online space, you all of a sudden think that door knocking is like cold traffic in the online space, where it's actually completely different. It's a lot tougher, and you need to learn new skill sets. Like that's the biggest thing about the best salespeople that I know is that they're always learning new skill sets. They're always able to derive and take their skills into new niches and still make the same amount of money or even more. So it's always about developing and harnessing that skill set and always sharpening your sword. So if you're looking to get a sales position, there's actually a couple places I would recommend you go to. One is Upwork. There's a lot of service providers like myself, agencies, coaches, consultants, service providers who are looking for sales reps on Upwork where they're willing to give you a base pay on top of commissions. So that's a good place to go. Second thing are Facebook groups. I'm not recommending that you go buy into some program that's like 8 to 10K to get sales training and then get scooped up into the ecosystem of where you're getting sent to different coaches and consultants. Just go into Facebook groups. There's people like me all the time who are posting in Facebook groups asking for new sales reps, people who are hungry, people who are willing to learn, who will, definitely pay you a couple grand a month right off the rip. So hope you guys take that advice. And if you're looking to get into sales too, there's a couple places that I recommend that you go to. There's a Facebook group called High Ticket Closer Group. There is a program that Cole Gordon does where he will train you, bring you into KPI, and then he'll send you off to a coach, consultant, or service provider like myself to then get vetted by, and then you'll go through the interview process and then get hired. And there's a lot of other programs like this as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.